And listen, it's time for our spiritual detox. And Dice, we got a special guest today. This is a treat. We don't get a chance to talk with someone from London every single day, Dice. So this was different. Listen, I'll be honest with you. I had heard a few of her tracks previous to the one she got a single out now with Wande, but I had seen some of her TikToks. I had seen some of her stuff. I'm like, all right, I'm just waiting. You know me, I like to hear about 4 or 5 songs before I reach out, because if I'm gonna stamp it, I'm gonna make sure it's solid, not no just one hit wonder. And when I tell you, it's a whole vibe. She'll tell you in a minute. Listen, it's a vibe. Yeah. She has a soulful voice. Let's be very clear. Very soulful voice. And listen, Dice, I'm a little jealous. I need her J Connect. Like every video I seen, she got all the exclusive Jordans. So I'm like, when I get through talking to little sis, I'm like, little sis, can I get that J Connect? You know what I'm saying? Because I be struggling trying to find them in a size 13 for me. You know what I'm saying? She got them on like they free. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I was like, I was drawn to that. I'm a sneakerhead, as everybody know. But listen, without further ado, let me welcome in from London, Lyne Nsongo. How you doing, sis?
Hi guys, thank you for having me.
Oh my goodness, thank you for being on here. Well, because I'm excited.
You should be.
You same, girl.
Yeah,
it's my first US radio interview. I've done a bunch of European ones, but you guys are the first from US.
Exclusive. Let's go. You listen.
So that's what's up.
That's what's up.
I love it.
I'm surprised too, because your music is solid. Let's be very clear. Like, you very soulful voice. And you have, I don't know who your producers are, but stay with them, because you got some great producers. When you talk about beat, we talk about beats all the time on here, and that's very important. So your cadence rides these beats very, very well, and you got a powerful message. We need it. We talk about gospel music, Christian hip hop, urban gospel, whatever you want to call it, all the time on. It should sound good. Like, we need to be able to, play something we gonna dance to for real.
Yeah, I agree.
So, yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Let's get into it. So first, for the people who may not know you, Lyne, give us a little bit of the backstory of your faith journey, kind of how you discovered your personal relationship with Christ.
Sure. So I'm actually from Belgium. I was born there. And then when I was 17, I came to London to study music. And that you believe it or not, I was actually a strong secular artist for a few years. It's only been 2 years that I'm in the gospel journey. And I was in the need of developing my relationship with Christ at some point due to some, life stuff, I would say. Right. And then I got baptized 2 years ago. And then when I got baptized, I was like, okay, now that I'm, building this relationship with Jesus Christ, and I'm realizing that this gift that I have is from him, there's no way I am now using it for something else that doesn't worship him, that he wouldn't be pleasing with. So it's just, I had to change. I had to make a big change in my lifestyle, in my faith, and obviously in my ministry. I wanted music to now be a part of my ministry and not just doing music for the sake of doing music for no reason, with no actual deep message,
What were some of the challenges when you switched from doing secular music to now gospel? Did you have any challenges?
I did. I think I didn't have any person that I could get inspired from. So when I was in the secular world, I had Alicia Keys, I had Jenny Aiko, I had all these artists that I grew up on. And then when I was like, okay, I need to change to gospel, I was like, okay, I don't know anybody. I don't listen. It was new to me. So I was like, okay, this is just me jumping in something that I have no idea what I'm doing. And I was a little bit scared, I would say, of what people would think as well. Because people have been following me for years with a type of music that I'm doing, a type of image that I'm representing, a type of, another person, really. And for me to just switch from one day to another, it was just a bit of, I don't know what they're going to think and things like that. But you know what? When you do something for God, you just have to do it no matter what. So.
No, that's real. And I appreciate you being bold and stepping out once you got that revelation that God wanted to move you in a different direction. With that being said, you talk about the transition, the last couple of years. What's been that one thing when you talk about understanding God? What's that one thing God really has revealed to you and showed to you in your prayer time, your study time, as you've kind of, transitioned?
that everything that he gives you needs to be used for his glory, to save other people. So my revelation was, I've just saved you. Now it's your time to save others through your music. So I've been saved to save. And I feel like my music is now the tool. There may be other callings that I'll be discovering, but music was really the revelation, you know?
Dice, you say that all the time, that your gift is not for you anyway. It's not for you.
Not for you.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's not for you. Yeah. No. Like, so what do you see now that you're doing your gospel walk? Like, what do you see now that you just couldn't see before concerning you as an artist, you know, and what you have to bring to the world?
What could I see now? A better songwriting Lynn, songwriter Lynn, definitely. I think now it comes more naturally. It comes from the things that, I'm into the word a lot. So I just get inspired from that. And I feel like when I was in the secular part of my life, sometimes I was struggling to songwrite. And I feel like it's not random. You know, everything happens for a reason. And I feel like I was actually struggling to write some songs because it wasn't really truly me, you know, talking about what R&B talks about, which is all the time like sex or things like that. I was trying to fit in, but I was struggling because deeply, unknowingly, it wasn't really me. But now it's like it comes way more easily, and I'm just inspired from my day to day, my conversation with Lord, my conversation with my friends in Christ, from the word. There's so much more, you know, that I'm discovering about my skills, you know.